What did we just watch? Hello everyone, it's Lel, and it's time to talk about episode 31 from Hirogaru's PreCure. What a surprise! I was not expecting anything to go down like it was. It was a wild ride. Cure Majesty is here. After this episode, we were able to see her in her glory. I mean, kind of. We had a little taste of Majesty, but we still have a lot to see from her. I'm very excited to see more of our Purple Queen. But this first episode, and look, this style of debut is so nice, so unexpected. No one was expecting to see her today. And now there she was. And we see her design. She's so beautiful. I love her. But it was very surprising. And I'm still trying to piece the episode together because it was very emotional. It was very emotional. So let's talk about it. So right at the start of the episode, we have Sora and Ageha trying to deal with El-chan. You know, El-chan really not understanding what she did wrong at that first moment and saying she hated Sora, she hated Ageha. That was very funny. I loved seeing that. And if you notice, in Mashiro's drawing in which she drew herself and Sora, girlfriends, she also drew 3 birds. 1 purple bird, 1 orange bird, and 1 pink bird. The full Hirogaru Sky PreCure team was there in Mashiro's drawing. Very nice. And so, since Elle was feeling down, she was angry with Sora, she was angry with Ageha, they took her to this photo boot that was happening in Sorashido, and there they could dress, the little kids could dress as any PreCure they wanted from Hirogaru Sky. It was very funny seeing the girls realize how popular they are. They're like secret superheroes, and it's very nice. The costumes were very cute, and the person who was taking care of the photo boot asking Elle who her favorite cure was. That moment was golden. I loved it. It was so adorable. And, I just loved seeing Elle playing dress up as each of the cures. It was amazing seeing that scene. I just love it. It just feels that Elle and the girls are so connected. Elle and the team, they're so connected. They all love Elle so much. And Elle also loves all of them so much as well. She appreciates them. She has a lot of care. She has a lot of love for all of them. And it's so sweet seeing their relationship, even though they had a little rough patch at the beginning of the episode. This happens with every little child that's growing up. They will always fight. They will always try to get their way and not obey. But, it happens. And when they started going back home, that's when they started realizing that an inevitable goodbye would come. When Elle told Sora she loved her, what a cute scene that was. Sora started noticing that there was going to be a point in which the fight against Underg will finish. She will have to say goodbye to Elle. Elle will live in Skyland as a princess, and she won't need the girls anymore. She won't need to be with them anymore. But Sora wanted to see her grow. And at that moment, they were all sad. And the one person who had a more of an uplifting message was Mashiro. And I really loved Mashiro's philosophy at that moment. She was like, okay, this will happen. We know. But it's not going to happen now. So let's enjoy this moment we have together. Let's cherish those special moments. And I love that. That is a philosophy that I try to apply in my life. Do I manage? Sometimes, but honestly, most times I'm Sora. That's why I appreciate Mashiro's point of view way more. Because, I try and I strive to be like that, but it's very hard. It's not easy to apply that. But that's a very important moment, and I feel like giving that role to Mashiro was important, especially later on. We'll get to that. And then we have the villains. It's nice because now we have the voice active again. We see Minotaur training, and it's very funny. Look, Minotaur, I'm very thankful that they're giving us thirsty PreCure fans some goodies. Thank you very much, Toy Animation, or whoever is in charge of the Minotaur scenes. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. We deserved some scenes like that with Kabaton too, but I get it. It was not his type. Still, Minotaur was there training. That's nice. And it was so funny because the guys were like, oh, Minotaur, he looks like a superhuman. And there was another guy who said, is he even human? And the other was like, okay, now that you mention it. What's going on? Did you notice that before? But still, the voice appeared to Minotaur, calling him and, telling him like, okay, I want the princess. Why aren't you giving me the princess? And look, so far, I haven't really appreciated Minotaur a lot. I feel like he was kind of boring, apart from the hotness. He was kind of a boring villain with his righteous and, reasonable ways. But I kind of appreciated him in this episode because he didn't even care. Okay, I'm a loyal servant to you, but my strength, pursuing strength comes first to me. That was a nice thing, that was a nice touch. But still, he was punished by the voice. The voice gave him some thunder attack, and he left by not being able to fight. And then another villain appeared. And it's interesting that Minotaur did not know who he was. So I don't know. Maybe the villains in Underg, they don't maybe they don't know each other. I don't know. I mean, Minotaur knew Kabaton at least. So okay, that's one thing. But maybe they don't know all of them. I don't know. Maybe like this new villain that appeared today. Maybe Minotaur didn't know about him. And then the voice, so this new villain has this special ability of creating those portals and using them. So he took Minotaur somewhere we don't know. And the voice told him specifically that he is the only one she can count on. So this is like a big warning already to us because, girl, like she had some pretty interesting minions on her side. But now this one is more than the others. Why? We discovered a little later on. And so when they were in the car discussing the inevitable goodbye, they were able to meet this new villain. Agha was scared. And there was an interesting aspect from Soda's perspective there. Because when they met him, they saw him like fast. But Soda was able to look at him in the eye and see that in his eyes, he is someone who is definitely not conveying any type of emotion. So that is something that she noticed prior to this episode in previous fights, that every villain that they fought so far had some sort of emotion to them. And if you think about it, that's true. Even if you look at Batamonda with his cruel ways, he was full of emotion every single time. So all of the villains so far, they have some sort of emotion on them. And in this one, she didn't see anything. He was cold, simply cold, no emotion at all. And she was shaking because she never fought an enemy like that before. And we could notice that the way he, just picked the car. He was up in the car. He created a portal, took the car somewhere else. And in the meantime, he was able to kidnap Elle and bring her to the Underg Empire while he fought against the Cures. Elle in Underg Empire was... I feel like it was okay because we saw the voice a little bit more, while also seeing the scenery for Underg. If we compare Underg Empire to Skyland, we see a big difference. Skyland is a populous place, lots of people, lots of houses, lots of different creatures, lots of colors. There is absolutely nothing in what we see from Underg Empire. So I feel like it's a declined society. I don't know. It's interesting to notice details like that, especially in a show that we have basically no clue to what the villains are after. But then we get to meet the villain for today, Skearhead. And I like his design, and I also like his appearance, his expressions, because he is cold. He has absolutely no expression in his face. He is never really expressing anything apart from, I want to capture Elle, which is the order the Empress gave me. By the way, now she has a name, kind of a name, Empress Underg. Not much, but still a little more than what we knew before. She is the Empress. She is the ruler of Underg Empire. We don't know, but based on things Kabaton said, the strongest are the rulers of Underg. The strongest are the ones who rule Underg Empire. So she's probably the strongest one out of all of them. She probably got her place because of her strength, because of her powers. I mean, this is what I think. Obviously, this can change for the future, but that is probably how she got her role of being the Empress of this place. Or maybe there's more that we don't know yet. So we get to the fight. The Hirogaru Sky team transforms, and they're very angry. This is one of the things that I found very interesting about this part, because I feel like they were super, super angry about trying to take Elle back. They were pissed, and you could see it in their eyes, in their face, in their expressions. They were super, super angry about everything that was going on. And they were ready to give it their all against Skearhead. And I'm very thankful we did not have a Landborg for today. Very thankful, because the fighting scene was better this way, even though I feel like this is where the episode lacked a little bit. Because the fighting scene started very nicely with all of them trying to do something different. Cure Sky started the fight trying to hit him, and Skearhead using portals to escape was very nice. And then we had Cure Wing with like being all orange and going for him very fast. Super, super cool. And then Cure Prism using all of her beams, her prismatic beams to get him. And then Cure Butterfly lending a kick. I was so happy. I was almost scared of Butterfly using the palette once more and not actually engaging in battle. I was so happy when she kicked him. Like, she was the one that landed an attack. I mean, Prism landed an attack first, and then Butterfly was able to land another. I was so happy. So happy. Oh my God, I lived because of that moment, okay? Not gonna lie here. And so they were able to hit him a little bit, but not too much. You know, he was ready to use his own powers, and he did. But it was so easy for Skearhead to defeat them. So easy. And the voice in Underg Empire wanted Elle to watch everything. We still don't know why the voice wants Elle. We still don't know what they're after. We still don't know what's going on. But she wanted Elle to witness the battle. And when Skearhead was almost able to defeat the Cures, she even mentioned Kabaton, Batamonda, and Minoton, saying that they were able to hold their own against the Cures, but Skearhead is different. So it's clear that this villain right now is the strongest one we had so far, and I believe he's probably the last one, because I think she would be saving the strongest card she had for last before actually appearing. So he's probably the last villain we're going to have this season, and she will be the last one. I'm very curious to see her design. I'm pretty sure she's going to slay. But he was able to defeat the Cures so fast. So fast. But it was very nice to see the Cures replicating what happened in the opening. Because no matter how down they were, they had a mission of protecting Elle. They needed to do whatever they could to protect her. They needed to gather forces from God knows where to stand up again and battle. So even though I feel like this battle was lackluster in this way, that moment, like emotionally, it was great. Seeing them try to get up, replicating the opening scene, it was amazing. And so it was just like the opening. Elle was there, crying for them, rooting for them. But at that moment, it just felt that she needed something more. And that's where she started praying, and more power came to Elle-chan. And a miracle happened. Her tears became power, and she became something else. The sky, the clouded sky was open. the light was coming down and the mysterious purple lady was in the sky. Hirogaru change, she said. And Kira Majesty was born in all her purple glory, flying in the sky. Oh my God, I really loved that. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm saying like this, but it was so cool. Like, what a different entrance for a mid-season. Like, bam, like that. Girl, that moment was everything. And then Skearhead was ready to protect himself against her. But he kinda couldn't. She flew towards him and she broke his defenses with a gold power. Is she a gold cure? Cure finale, is that you? No, she is our purple queen this time, a real purple queen this time. She broke his defenses and at the end he asked for her name. And she said, Cure Majesty. I love her voice. I love her voice. I listened to that scene. I replayed that scene a couple of times. It was so, the way she says Cure Majesty, girl. And her design. Her design. Did you love her design? Because I love her design. She looks incredible in the show. I saw her design prior to this in merch, leaks, etc. But in the show, baby, 100% everything. I loved it. She looks gorgeous and she looks so regal as well. I loved it. But her stay in the episode was very short because she just, broke his defenses. He was ready to leave. And I love how poetic Skearhead seems to be. I love him. I think he is going to be a great villain. And look, we just had Minotaur, who wasn't too keen on fighting and he didn't have like a motivation to fight. He just wanted to be strong and he just wanted a strong fight. Now we have Skearhead, who also has no motivation at all. He's just following orders, but he's going to be such a great adversary for the Cures. At least that's what I think based on this episode. And I love his portal powers. I hope we have very few Landborgs from now on. That's not going to be the case, I know. But I can dream, right? And so at the end of the episode, the sky was open and they noticed that the fight was over because things were getting normal again. Butterfly's car was back. I was so scared for Aga for a moment there. Imagine having to pay for that car. I mean, her sisters are probably very rich, or at least they could afford to help her getting a new car or fix her broken one. So, I mean, I was worried because I did not think of her sisters, but now thinking about the Butterfly sisters, I think she would be fine. But still, they noticed that the fight was over, and then El-chan appeared from behind a tree. And I have to say, I kind of cracked down at that moment because that was such a sweet moment. They were all so happy to see her. They all ran towards her, except for Mashiro. And I really felt that. She was so relieved to see Elle. And I love that they gave that role to Mashiro, because usually in PreCure seasons, they would give that role to the lead. It would be Sora, but it wasn't. So Mashiro, when she saw that, she was so relieved that she got on her knees and she started crying. Both of relief and out of guilt as well, because she knew that they were not able to protect Elle. They were not. Elle fought and saved herself and saved the girls too, saved the Cures too, but they don't know it's Elle. But it doesn't matter right now. What matters at that moment is that they were able, at least Mashiro was able to feel that emotion. And I love that scene so much. She was so guilty and scared of losing Elle because they almost lost her. If it wasn't for the purple miracle appearing, the purple miracle happening, what an event. And Sora at the end noticed that right now they have a big villain in front of them. They have to become stronger. And next week, it seems they're going to fight Minotaur in a stronger form of himself. I wonder if he's being controlled or if he is the one that is going to power himself up and attack them. I hope he is the one who will power himself up because he deserves to get a fair fight against the Cures. Maybe he will have his last chance. I don't know. But next week is actually Majesty's debut. We're probably going to see Elle transforming and becoming Cure Majesty. We're going to see her attack. Girl, I'm so curious and so excited. Now let's talk about the Hero Corner. I could say the Hero Corner was when Majesty appeared, but I'm not going to lie. My Hero Corner of episode 31 is when Mashiro saw Elle again. Not Cure Prism. No, Mashiro. Falling down on her knees and crying. And Elle-chan comforting her with a pat on the head. What a moment. Mashiro, you are incredible. You are everything. I love you so much. I'm sorry you got in the same season as Aga, but if not, I would be obsessed with Prism. Way more than I am now. Because she is such an incredible character. Oh my God. What a moment. And look, Majesty's debut is very different. Very different. I'm still trying to piece things together, but very fun too. And next week is going to be fire. Majesty, we are waiting to see our majestic transformation. Anyways, how did you feel about our first appearance of our Purple Diva? Did you like it? Did you love seeing her save the day in all her purple glory? She's amazing, isn't she? Oh my God, what a crazy debut. 32, we're waiting for you. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. I want to take this little time to thank the members of the Magical Cinema channel. If you are a member, thank you very much for your support. And if you've watched up the channel, thank you so much as well. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.